Hello and welcome, Inspired Podcast community. This is your new episode. My name is Caroline, and my today's guest is Amy Lenius, and I'm so happy that she said yes to our interview. How are you doing today?
I'm very well. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here and to connect.
Wow, thank you for being here. And I would like to introduce you to the audience. Of course, you are the director of group coaching at Next Level University, a certified holistic self improvement coach and event coordinator, known for your engaging speaking and master of ceremony skills. You bring expertise in personal growth and group dynamics to every role. Welcome to the Inspired Podcast, Amy.
Thank you so much.
And we connected through the Next Level University. I love this podcast, and I had Kevin and Ellen in episodes before, so to say, and we all connected from different places. It's so amazing, and I love your coachings, what you do. I have to mention this. And now my first question to you is, what role does holistic self-improvement play in your group coaching approach?
Oh, wow. What a beautiful question. And I love that you've had Kevin Allen on as well. So the three of us work together at Next Level University, and the three of us do group coaching together. And we're so honored and grateful to have you in our program. Thank you so much for being there. What a light in the group. It is honestly for us, it's everything because we believe that everything in your life affects everything else, which is what holistic means. And so when we bring people into our group coaching, it's not just focused on this singular thing. It's how can we help you level up? That's our thing, Next Level University. How can we help you level up not only yourself, your self-awareness and everything like that, but your relationships in your life because they affect your success as well. Your health, how are you doing physically, mentally, emotionally, because that affects whatever it is that you're chasing as your individual version of success as well. And of course, your wealth, how can we help you with not only your money story, but have healthy wealth habits as well so that you can build into whatever wealth success is for you.
Wow, I love that so much. And it's totally aligned with the subtitle of the podcast, the Inspired Podcast, Stories of Change and Success. And this is what you teach in a holistic approach. I totally understand. And what I love the most is you all do podcasts and you teach podcasts as well, also business coaching. And my next question is, how do you keep audiences engaged and inspired as a master of ceremonies and speaker?
Ah, you have to be really funny. No. I mean, humor always helps, but keeping people engaged is just keeping them in the journey with you. So, how can you bring them along on a journey and make them feel connected while also making them feel seen and heard and understood while keeping the topics exciting, ones that you know that they're there to learn and keeping them engaged through that whole process because they're there to, I mean, they're there for themselves, right? Yes, they're there to learn from you, but they're there for themselves and to be inspired and to learn something and to have takeaways from whatever event it is that you're doing or podcast that you're hosting or anything like that. And so it's a duality of you yourself being engaging, but how can you make people also who are listening feel seen, heard, and understood?
Wow, what a great answer. I love that so much. And I learned so much already. I have to re listen to this episode again, of course, to internalize it. What's your strategy for coordinating impactful events that foster personal growth?
Mm. So we try and make it so that there's a lot of interaction. There's a lot of time to apply the skills that you're learning so that you're not just there listening to us all day. It's okay when we run our live event, Next Level Live, it's you get a session in the morning where you learn a few things and then we do a break off session where you break off into a group with either Kevin Allen or myself and we help you implement that into whatever it is your individual situation is. And so that you take away with not only having to transcode it yourself into your own life, but having the support and guidance to do that. And you'll see we do that in group coaching as well. We get you through the session. And then we have a week where we don't learn anything new, but we have another call where we really help you double down on what you learned and how you yourself can implement it. And so helping people have tangible takeaways and help them connect it into their life as soon as possible creates a lot of success after the event for people.
I see and I appreciate that you share your three perspectives in the coachings, and also what the word you use for the week that you use the word digest. We digest what we learned, and this is also what you do in the breakout sessions, for example, and it is about applying what you learned as well,
Mhm.
right?
That's right. Yeah, because it's a skill. It's one thing to be able to sit and learn and be excited and take it all in, but afterwards you have to keep that excitement and that momentum going on your own. And so it's a skill to be able to walk away from a really exciting coaching call or an event where you go and learn all these beautiful things. It's a skill that you can build to be able to keep that momentum going for yourself in your life. And of course, having someone behind the scenes, if you're in more of like a coaching program like this where someone can be there with you behind the scenes checking in, keeping you guys motivated and stuff. But after a live event, let's say, it's up to the person to be able to keep those skills going. And I always encourage people to not let this be the end when you walk away from something. You'll hear Alan say that at the end of group coaching. That's his line for sure. Don't let this be the end, let it be the beginning. Right. And so that's how can you keep your own momentum going from what you've learned. And to do that, it's not about trying to implement what you have learned, like all of what you have learned right away. It's picking one. What was the most impactful for me today that I can start with, that I know is the most important for me to start with, and then build from there. Teaching yourself sustainability is such a powerful skill to leverage.
Wow, thank you so much. Okay, take the most impressive or what you get the most emotionally involved, I would put it, because
Mhm.
it's what motivates you as well, and then you get the desire to implement immediately, and this is what we do as well in the coaching. And I'm so grateful, I'm forever grateful to be coached by three people and so experienced coaches and podcasters as well. I know you guys have almost 1,900 episodes out. I love what you do.
Mm.
I cannot emphasize or yeah say this enough often enough. And my next question is about your coaches and mentors. Do you have coaches for yourself, and who was the best coach you ever had?
Ooh, I love this so much. I have had mentors and things throughout my time, but honestly, the best coach and mentors I've had are Kevin and Alan. I'm so grateful that not only do I get to work with them and they allow me to come in and add value into this beautiful space that they have created, but they influence me so much. I work very closely with Alan. More so, he coaches me behind the scenes on how to be a better coach, how to be a better speaker, how to be able to impact more people and do all the things that I also want to achieve in my personal life as well. And so that has been really, really valuable in my life, is having Alan speak into my life regularly.
I think it's like a blessing to have someone, to have a coach. There are people out there, they don't have a coach. I can tell you it's a great experience, and a mentor, a coach also saves you time because you don't have to make the same mistakes they made. Yeah, right?
Yeah, it does. And having someone with the skills to have the outside perspective, to just like almost an unbiased perspective from yourself, right? Where they can find, tune what it is that you're working towards and what it is you really need to focus on versus what you may perceive what you need to focus on just based on, liking to be busy, or like women, especially, we love to be spectral and very multi-focused. And it can help us so much because we're so creatively inclined and things to just be reined in a beautiful way. Like, this is actually what's really important for you for this. And so having someone helping me constantly do this is really valuable.
Yes, it is. My next question is about your goals. Do you
Mm.
set goals for yourself or intentions? And what is one of your next projects?
Ooh, so I set goals and intentions for myself, and it's always in the realms of holistic. So I'm constantly working on my health. I have health goals regularly. I come from a background of being very sick and chronically ill. So my maintaining and improving my health regularly is always a goal that I'm hitting the next level in. And I have a very, I mean, prolific personal life that's very much based in being a mother, being a spouse, being a landowner and things. And so that's always me trying to be the best I can be there as a homeschooling mom. And then with career, it's very, I'd say the most exciting thing coming up with Next Level University that we're working on is I am going to have my own WhatsApp community for women. And so Kevin and Alan, as magnificent as they are, and they have attracted just so many heart-driven women into this community of self-improvement that I believe that I can deeply add even more value to from the perspective of an empowered woman who has done so much work around self-belief, self-worth, and understanding how women need to lean into that a little bit differently than men do. We're going to create a whole space of for women within Next Level University that I am going to be the lead of, and I'm very excited about it.
Wow, that's really exciting. It's like creating a safe space for women as well. Yeah.
That's right.
And then you mentioned, and I'm grateful that you mentioned this about your health goal, because before I met you guys, I did not know that you can also have health goals, because it is like, yeah, you pointed this out, that it is like goal setting for like a money goal or something. Set a goal and then you achieve it. Because if you don't set this goal, you will never reach this, right?
Yeah, having the intention of not even just the end result of but just the next result. What is the next result I would like to have? Whether it be more energy, maybe it's dropping 10 pounds, maybe it's increasing strength by adding weight. However it is, you can kind of see what that next little step is that you want to take and then just build towards that.
Wow, this is amazing. This shifted my perspective already in the first meeting, I think. And my last question to you is, where can we find you? I mean, you mentioned Next Level You. We all know this is the podcast. You have a Facebook group. Where can we find you when people reach out to you after listening to this episode?
Yes, of course. I mean, you can always find me on social media. I'm on Instagram and Facebook, just Amy Lenius. But I love encouraging our private Facebook group. It's free. We're in there every day. I run that department as well. I'm in there every day just asking you self awareness questions. Some of them are a nice little deep dive, some of them are really superficial. But again, it's getting you to know you so that you can have enough self awareness to build into the version of success that you desire. And it's a really safe, beautiful community. Everyone is in there with goals, learning to get better. Everyone's version of success in that group is different. So it can be someone who is an entrepreneur gunning for the high level business goals. And there's also people in there who are working to just be the better themselves. And I don't even say just like it's less than, it's not. Learning to be a better mother, a better parent, a more involved community member. There's so much diversity in that group, but the mission is the same, to reach that next level. And we're there to facilitate and guide that every day. And so I do recommend the free Facebook group.
Oh, thank you. Me too. I'm a witness of this, and I love your postings. And I remember one thing, because you mentioned this now. I remember the ice cream post.
That's right.
It was so great when you asked for, but I don't tell the people now what the question was, because they have to see it for themselves and join the Facebook group. Of course. Thank you so much for our interview. And now it's time for your final thoughts to the audience, please.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I love going on other people's podcasts and just seeing the good that is being put out into the world. The more personal development, growth. I mean, the more of that in the world, the better. So, I mean, cheers to you for doing the work that you do. I think it's really powerful and so needed in the world. And I'm so grateful to be able to come in and have a small little piece of it and be a part of it. The parting thought I would have for the audience, even just based on what we're talking about, is how well do you know you? How well do you know your goals? How sustainable are you keeping the steps that you need to get those goals? And if you need help answering those questions, I am here for you.
That's the best final thoughts I ever heard. Thank you so much. Amy is here. Reach out to her. She is amazing,
Thank
right?
you.
Oh my goodness. Think I'm blessed and see you in the next episode.